A villain has a negative effect on other characters. They are cruel, malicious, wicked, evil, savage, and dangerous. Villains mess up or foil the protagonist's plans. Villains contribute to the conflict. Jane Wiley will be introducing the nominees for Best Villain. Come on, Jane.
Our first nominee for Best Villain is General Zaroff from the short story The Most Dangerous Game, written by Richard Cornell in 1924. We chose Zaroff as one of our nominees for Best Villain because he is a savage, cruel character. Throughout the short story, General Zaroff shows that he has no value for human life. He twists the courage and cunning of weaker humans into a sick game of cat and mouse. Zaroff causes all the trouble, despair, and pain in this story. He is the obstacle that Rainsford has to overcome in order to understand the fear of his prey. On page 12, Rainsford and Zaroff are sitting in the dining room of General Zaroff's mansion. Zaroff is describing the ideal animal to hunt. Rainsford then realizes that Zaroff kills human beings. In this scene, the reader first sees General Zaroff's evil side. They also get a glimpse of what is to come in the rest of the story.
I wanted the ideal animal to hunt, so I said, what are the attributes of an ideal quarry? And the answer was, of course, it must have courage, cunning, and above all, it must be able to reason.
But no animal can reason.
My dear fellow, there is one that can.
But you don't mean...
And why not?
I can't believe you are serious, General Zaroff. This is a grisly joke.
Why should I not be serious? I'm speaking of hunting.
Hunting? Good God, General Zaroff, what you speak of is murder. Our second nominee for Best Villain is the narrator from the short story The Cask of Amontillado, written by Edgar Allan Poe in 1846. We chose the narrator as one of our nominees for Best Villain because he is a cold and ruthless killer. He not only enjoys killing, but he also thinks it is necessary. From the very beginning of our short story, the narrator plans on murdering Fortunato. He does it in a cruel way and enjoys every moment of his friends struggling and crying. On page 176, the narrator and Fortunato are deep down in the Cask of Amontillado during a carnival. They are talking about wine, and Fortunato starts to cough. The narrator shows verbal irony by pretending to care about Fortunato's health and well-being, while he is actually planning on murdering him. The reader now realizes how cruel and tricky the narrator really is. Cough, 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 cough. It's nothing. Go.
Come, we will go back. Your health is precious. You are rich, respected, admired, beloved. You are happy as once I was. You are a man to be missed. For me, it is no matter. We will go back. You will be ill, and I cannot be responsible. Besides, there is Lucchesi.
Enough. The cough is a mere nothing. It will not kill me. I will not die of a cough.
True, true.
Our third nominee for Best Villain is Bob Ewell from To Kill a Mockingbird, written by Harper Lee in 1960. We chose Bob Ewell as one of our nominees for Best Villain because he is a drunkard, physical and sexual abuser who is hated by everyone in Macomb. Also, he is a lazy father who can't provide for his own family. In the end, Tom Robinson dies because Bob blames him for abuse on his daughter. Bob Ewell, of course, is the one who did it, but he wanted to put his own messed up problems on a dangerous black man. On page 174, in this scene, is being interrogated by Judge Taylor. Bob is lying. He makes out like Tom is a cruel sexual deviant. But it was really Bob who beat up Mayella and raped her. He made up the entire story just to put the blame on a defenseless black man. Order, order! Mr. Ewell, did you see the defendant having sexual intercourse with your daughter?
Yes, I did.
You say you were at the window?
Yes, sir.
How did the room look?
Well, it was all slung about like there was a fight.
What did you do when you saw the defendant?
Well, I run around the house to get in, but he ran out the front door just ahead of me. I saw who he was, all right. I was too distracted about Mayella to run after him. I ran in the house and she was laying on the floor squalling.
Then what did you do?
Why, I run for Tate as quick as I could. I know who it was, all right. Lived down yonder in that nigger nest past the house every day, Judge. I've asked this kind for 15 years to clean out that nest down yonder. They're dangerous to live around, besides stealing my property.
Thank you, Mr. Yule. Our fourth nominee for Best Villain is Tybalt, from the play Romeo and Juliet, written by William Shakespeare in 1595. We chose Tybalt as one of our nominees for Best Villain because he is aggressive, violent, and hateful. Throughout the whole play, Tybalt did anything to start a fight. He killed many with his sword. Tybalt also brought about Romeo's fatal flaw, which resulted in both Romeo and Juliet's death. In Act 3, Scene 1, Tybalt was furious at Mercutio and Romeo for crashing the Capulets' party. He also hates them because they are Montagues, and the Montagues are enemies with the Capulets. Tybalt starts a fight with Romeo and Mercutio. Romeo tries to stop it, but it results in Mercutio's death.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done to me, for turn now and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as mine own, O calm, dishonorable, vile submission, a la Scala carries it away.
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lies that I mean to make bold withal, and as you shall use me hereafter, dry bead the rest of your 8. Will you pluck your sword out of his picker by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your ear it be out.
I am for you.
Gentle Mercutio, put thy rapier up!
And the winner for Best Villain is General Zara from The Most Dangerous Game, written by Richard Cornell in 1924. We chose General Zara for the Academy Award for Best Villain because he is a savage who killed humans for fun. He showed cruelty to all living things under his power. He was unsympathetic towards his victims. General Zaroff is dangerous, wicked, and truly evil. For all of these reasons, we recognize him as the best villain ever. Come on up here, General Zaroff. He is a savage and uncivilized as an animal. His ruthless killings win him the Grizzly Bear Award.
Thank you, Academy. Finally, you recognize me for who I am. I try my hardest to be civilized, but in the end, my instinct gives in. I must hunt. Humans are the only living thing that can match my intellect, so I kill them. I'd like to thank Rainsford for challenging me till death, and Ivan, my manservant, for always having my back. Thank you.